Hey, this is Tommy, and I play guitar in Anxious. We are currently on tour across the US supporting our new record, Bambi, which came out in February on Run for Cover Records. And on that tour, I'm playing this 2006 Gibson SG Tribute. And on this guitar, I'm playing 10 to 46s right now. Kind of go between those and 11s sometime, depending on what's most readily available, but 10s right now, because I'm liking it a little slinkier. We're sponsored by MYXL. They hook it up for us, and I love their strings. And on this guitar, I'm actually using the two pickups as different channels. So when I'm on my rhythm, my neck pickup right here, it's clean, and as you can see, I have the volume rolled off quite a bit, and then when I'm on this one, that's my dirty channel. And yeah, it's a great guitar. I got it off my friend Kim when she sold it to a music shop called Downtown Sounds in Northampton, and I'd wanted it forever, and she said, I sold my guitar to Downtown Sounds, and I said, I'm buying your guitar from Downtown Sounds. So we are in E standard, but sometimes we go down to drop D. I don't use another guitar for that. I just tune it up on the fly. Probably not the best for my guitar, but hey, yeah, could be worse. I'm using this Boss WL60 wireless, which is really great. There's not a big frequency range on it, but I usually don't run into any problems in terms of interference. I think only one night this tour I've had any at all. And then this right here is definitely the most interesting pedal on my board. It is the Ricochet pedal. I use it for a bunch of different things during the set. There's a song on the record called Counting Sheep that has a guitar solo that sounds very synthy, and it's because the pitch is being modulated by this. So that's set for that right now. But I can also kind of bring this up here, make it go down for 2 octaves, and then that kind of creates like if I hit a harmonic, I can do sort of a dive bomb, and that tracks where the pitch is going and how fast it is. And then I got a regular D'Addario tuner right here. It's just pretty much like any other tuner. This is one of my favorite pedals that I have. It's called the Feral, which is made by Dead Air in Amherst, Massachusetts, by a guy named Will, who's a great dude, runs an awesome studio also called Dead Air. And it's essentially like, it's like a really crazy rat, and he makes a version of it that has 3 different rats in one, but this is just the mainline one, and it fits on my board way nicer, so I go with that one. So shout out to Will. And then this is a Bonsai pedal from JHS, which I use literally as a tube screamer, just like as a signal boost, drive all the way down, volume all the way up, tone wherever sounds best that night. And then I kind of jump across the board here. I go to this Eddie, which is a vibrato chorus mix pedal, but I always have it set to chorus. I don't really use that one a bunch. I use it on a couple leads. It's just as kind of a layer under some overdrive. I love this pedal. It's a Thunderstorm by TC Electronic. It's just a flanger. I got it at the same shop I got my guitar at for 50 bucks. And I've used it. I use it on pretty much every song when I'm playing leads. I use it in conjunction with the Ricochet, and it makes some really crazy feedback when you dial it right. So even if we're just ringing out like between songs, trying to create some noise, I'll just throw this on, and it'll make it sound all crazy. And then the last modulation I have is this Wampler Reflection, which is a really cool pedal. I usually set it so that it's essentially turns my guitar into like a pad, and it's very washed out, very post-rocky sounding, and I use that for several leads on like songs like Down Down and Bambi's theme. And yeah, Johnny's dad actually lent me this pedal, and I fell in love with it, so it's very cool. Thanks, Paul. And then this is just the freeze, so if we'll freeze on different chord stuff between songs and create some ambience. Sometimes I'll put the Feral and the Tube Screamer on with the Thunderstorm and freeze it, and it just goes wow, 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 wow. It's insane. So it's really dope. And those are my pedals. So I have this Marshall JCM 900 SLX model, which I've had for a while. I have the 50-watt version, and this is actually the only JCM 900 to not utilize diode clipping, and it has an extra tube in it for another gain stage, so it's all tube distortion, which is really cool, and I love the way this sounds. So it's like it's a less fizzy 900 with a lot of the 900 clean tones, and I run it pretty hot, but not too hot that I can't go to my neck pickup and get a really nice clean tone. I dial it in with the bass and the mids just cranked, and then the treble is essentially, I don't love the way the treble sounds on this amp, and I get more of what I want out of the treble from the presence knob. And I find that, you know, if our front of house guy needs an EQ thing, I'll put the treble on, but usually it stays right about here, if not all the way down. And then I love the way the presence sounds on this. It's a 1-channel amp, so this is actually just 2 different master volumes. So there's literally no difference between the channels. It's just if you want to switch between a louder master volume for a solo, but I just keep it on 1 channel the whole time. And then I'm running that through this cab down here, which just has a Marshall Vintage 30s in it. I'm actually down to my last pick right now. Hold on, let me find it. So this is my last one right now. I use the James Hetfield signature Dunlop picks. They're called White Fangs, and they're really good. I started using them for this tour. I need new ones, evidently, because this one's super used. But my friend Joe put me onto them. He was playing them on bass, and he let me borrow them when we were jamming one day, and I was like, oh man, these are awesome. And I picked a bunch up before the tour, and definitely my favorite pick right now. You can come see us for the next about week on this tour, and we'll be touring throughout the rest of the year, including stuff that isn't announced already. You can look for updates on that. We're Anxious on Instagram. Yeah, the Bambi came out on Run for Cover Records a couple weeks ago, and we're super proud of it. And we're excited to be playing the songs live, so come check it out.